How's it going, guys? So today I'm just going to go over my BGS collection. We're going to start with BGS 8.5 Energy Absorbing Monolith. It's a first edition ultimate rare from Gladiator's Assault. As you can see, there's that bit of whitening on the top there, and the card's a bit off-centered. As you can see by the small border there and the thicker border up there. On the back, doesn't seem too bad. Maybe a bit of something, hard to tell. Yeah, on the side here. Overall, not too bad. But yeah, 8.5. Next is a Magical Explosion, Ultimate Rare from Cybernetic Revolution. These are all first edition cards, by the way, except for one, which is an OTS Ultimate. OTS cards don't have first edition. This one seems pretty okay. A lot of these cases have some dust on them, sorry. But yeah, it's just a bit off-centered, this one. Same as before. It's the board on the top's a bit thicker than the one on the bottom. But yeah, BGS 9, my bad. Next is Blazing Butterfly, first edition Tactical Evolution. As you can see, a bit of whitening on the top there. A little off-centered as well, shifted this way. Overall, not too bad though, at least on the back. Just that bit at the front, this, and it's off-centered. BGS is more strict on centering than PSA, so they'll, take that pretty hard. This is a BGS 9.5 Blazing Butterfly. As you can see, the one on the left, the 9.5, is more well-centered. So this border here is actually equal on both sides for the 9.5, and the whitening isn't on this one, obviously. But yeah, pretty clean. These are not the most expensive cards here, obviously, but they're nice. It's nice to have, I have a PSA 9 as well. So if I can get like, a PSA 10, then, it'd be pretty cool. BGS 9, 9.5, and a PSA 9, and then PSA 10. That'd be pretty sick. But yeah, Blazing Butterfly. Next is a Scapegoat. So this is the OTS card I was talking about, Ultimate Rare. Tournament pack 8. Pretty clean on the front. Slightly off-centered. Unfortunately, these don't have subgrades. I didn't grade these, they came in a lot. I think there's a lot of like 8 cards. I think 6 of them were BGS cards. But yeah, a bit of whitening on the top and in the corner there. So yeah, it's clean on the front, not so clean on the back. Maybe a bit of whitening there. But yeah, OTS 8, Scapegoat. Next is Thousand Dragon, Metal Raiders First Edition, BGS 9, English, by the way. So the front is pretty clean. If this was an Asian English, it would say on the label, and then I'll flip it, you can see here, it would be in, I think it would be Japanese, so it would be, that's how you know it's Asian English. And there's a bit of whitening on the top. A bit of whitening on the side. Very little though. If I can get it to focus, yeah. So just a touch. But yeah, on the front it's pretty clean. But it makes sense why it's not a 9.5 or something like that. I think they care more so about the front than they do the back. So if this was on the front, then maybe it would be like an 8.5. But because it's on the back, maybe they let it off with a 9. That's at least what I think. Or other people think as well, not just me. But anyway. Next is Clearwing Synchro Dragon Ghost Rare First Edition Cross Souls. Pretty clean on the front. Solid surface grade, subgrade. get the ghost ray to pop there. There we go. So yeah, from the factory, usually they come with a lot of surface scratches. The shame here is that like it came from the factory pretty clean, but whoever had it at one point, they just chipped the edges on the back. Doesn't show up on the front, but on the back it's quite noticeable. And the corners too, the bottom corners, as you can see. A bit there, and there. And all along the edges here. Yeah, it sucks. Because you can't control what comes from the factory, but you can control what happens to the card after. But unfortunately this one just, I don't know, just got damaged somewhere along the line. But a BGS 9 overall. I think that's somewhat fair. I think an 8.5 honestly because of the edge around the back. But, you know, corners at an 8.5, which is fair because, you know, it's pretty ugly. But the edge wear, I guess, is, you know, not too noticeable from a distance. You can really just see at the top here. But when you get close up, you know, then you can see all along. But it's not like major edge wear on just like one part. It's just scattered around the card. Next one is Black Wing Dragon, first edition, The Shining Darkness, BGS 9. Subgrades are a bit better in my opinion. The only thing is the surface now is an 8.5, which sucks. I don't know if you saw it just now, but there is this, let me get my pencil here, dent right about there. If you guys can see that right there. So I'm pretty sure that's what did the surface in. But other than that, I don't see much like foils, lines, or scratches. I'm not sure if this middle part here is on the card or on the case. But yeah, edges and corners and stuff are all quite clean on the front and the back. At least from what I can see. If there's anything like major that you guys see, you know, let me know. Yeah, I prefer a card like this, you know, with like a low surface subgrade, but like, you know, clean corners and edges. Maybe there's a touch or something there. That's why it's not a 10, I guess. But yeah, I think on one of these edges I kind of booked something when I was looking at it myself, but I don't really see it now, so that's good. But yeah, nice ghost rare. Next is Ryza, the Storm Monarch. So if you saw my mail day video, you would have seen this card. Basically, this dot here is between the case and the sleeve or something like that. It's not on the card. You can kind of see the shadow of it as I move it around. But yeah, that's not on the card. There's a lot of gunk in this card, in this case. You can kind of see this stuff here. Like, it's not on the card, it's just, oh, that came off. But it's in the case, but not the card. And as you can see by the subgrades, this one is quite off-centered, and that's fair. It's quite the small border up here, and quite the large border down here. So that's fair. But yeah, no edge or corner wear that I noticed. Same on the back, pretty clean. I think this was a fair grade. See, like, I don't mind like factory errors because like, it came like that. What annoys me is like, you know, edge wear and stuff like that happens when you open the card and, you know, you have it around. I understand like it happens, but just when I'm looking to buy cards, I'd rather have like factory errors than, you know, human-made errors. If that makes sense. Anyway, a little bit of whitening on the top here. This is a Feather Shot, first edition Ultimate Elemental Energy. This is a nice looking ulti though. It's hard to see with these BGS, the inner sleeve, but on the outside of the feathers you can kind of see the nice tinge. But yeah, pretty clean card. On the front, just a bit of whitening on the top there. And there. On the back, maybe a touch. But nothing major. I think this is a fair grade. I wish I had subgrades, but this is part of that same lot that I was telling you about. It's easier, it's cheaper to not have subgrades, I think you pay like an extra $10 US to have subgrades. So subgrades like this. Yeah, this is like my weakest elemental hero. This is my weakest like PGS card in general. Weak meaning like I don't think it deserves a 9 really. But anyway, you can see the whitening there, whitening there. It's like the bare minimum for a BGS 9. If any of these subgrades was like an 8.5, then it would overall be an 8.5. But yeah, it's quite off-centered, as you can see, the thick border here, with a fair bit of like, you know, chipping and this and that on the edges, like I showed up there, up here, a little bit there, maybe a touch over there. I don't see too much there. And on the back you can notice it too, over there. And you can see it there. I try to put my finger behind it so it can like make it stand out a bit more compared to that. I don't know, I think it's easier to see. But yeah, a fair bit of like edge wear. Sucks. I guess the corner's got a 9 because of this. Not too sure why the corner's got a 9. Oh yeah, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah. So that's quite the weak bubble man for a 9. Next is a stronger elemental hero, both in terms of like the actual card and the subgrades. So a BGS 9, first edition Strike of Neos, I believe it is. Yeah, Strike of Neos, Ultimate Rare. So I'm trying to gather the, you know, Ultimate Rare first edition elemental heroes that are in, you know, solid grades. But yeah, no noticeable like edge wear and stuff on the front. Pretty solid. I don't know why the surface grade is an 8.5 though. If you see any reasons why, let me know. I personally can't see any. On the back, a little bit of chipping on the top there. Very slight. You can't really see it from afar. Maybe just that one point there. That's it. But when you get, you know, close up, obviously, the corners maybe a little bit. Yeah, so on the bottom you can see some stuff happening there. Potentially something up with this corner here. Maybe. If you can see that. Maybe, I'm not sure. It could be just the case. And a bit on the edges here. But yeah, on the surface, on the front, looks pretty good. If you guys see anything, let me know. I don't really see an ulti stamp either. I'll look at it after, maybe. I'm looking through my phone right now. So anyway, last card is Crystal Beast Sapphire Pegasus. This is my favorite BGS card. It's also the first graded BGS card that I got. I think it's the first graded card that I ever got, I think. But yeah, I got it from my locals during the holiday season. I usually go down there every year during that time of year because they have good like in-store deals. Maybe like a little bit of whitening there. Hardly anything really. But yeah, it's pretty clean. Nothing that I can see really. The surface is an 8. I don't know why. Oh, the edges are a 10. Wow. So I guess this must be the card, I guess. Factory. Not sure. Or it could be the case. I'm not sure. But yeah, 10s on corners and surface. I mean on corners and edges, my bad. I think that's fair. Let's see. Yeah, I don't really see anything there. Yeah, that's dust on the case. Yeah, that's dust there. Yeah, the back is just minty. At least on the edges and corners. That's on the case, this. But yeah, nothing's up with the edges there. The only thing maybe, then again, I'm quite particular and I'm like zooming in on this. No, I think that's actually on the case. Yeah, I think that's on the case. So yeah, that's nothing. The surface is up. That's something with the 8 on surface. I'm not sure why. Looks pretty clean. Shifted a bit, maybe. You know, the print, you can see, you know, the circle there. Anyway, I don't think that's, they'll dock that. Usually with BGS, they'll mark foil shift if they think it's noticeable or whatever. But no, I don't see anything with the surface. Let me know if you guys see anything with the surface that I'm missing. I was never able to see what was wrong with the surface of this card, honestly. It's a shame because if this was a 9.5, if this was like a 9 and this was like a 9.5, then this would have been a 9.5 overall. But the centering I agree with completely. It shifted to the left a bit, as you can see, the thicker board here and the thinner over there. That's fair. Centering is fair. Surface, I'm not entirely sure. Like I said, with the inner sleeve, it's hard to tell. But this is basically quite the minty card. And my favorite BGS card. But yeah, that's the end of the video. I'll be having a PSA sub review, I guess, opening, whatever, when that comes back, I think within the next 2 months. And then I have a BGS submission that's out as well. So when that comes, hopefully within the year, I'll be able to show that. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Please like and subscribe. And stay tuned. Thanks. Bye.